In this video, we will show you in brief most of the Workspace components. The Welcome tab was explained in our Quick Start video, so let's explore our Workspace while working on a design. When you take a look at the top of the software window, you can see some drop-down menus. These menus provide access to most of the software options. There are some functions which can only be accessed through these drop-down menus. Looking at the toolbar on top, you can see the most basic functions: New Design, Open Design, Save, Import File, Print, Undo Redo, Copy and Paste, Fabric Selection, and a few others. Have in mind that the menus and the standard toolbar are context-sensitive, which practically means that not all tools and options are visible at all times. They appear only when they can actually be applied. For example, the Convert options appear only when something is selected. When nothing is selected, the Convert button is hidden. So, when you select this sail, you only have the Convert the Stitches option, and when you select this ellipse, you also have the option to convert to curves. Now, on the left, there's a toolbar which has most of the available tools of the software: Selection tools, Edit Shape, Edit Stitches, Edit Cross Stitch, Zoom tools, Measure, Stitch Flow, Slow Redraw, Digitize tools, Insert Ready-Made Shapes, Lettering tools, the Array tool. Here's also the Color Manager, Machine Hoop Selection, and the Guideline Editor. All these tools act like working modes. That is, when you start using any tool, it remains active until you choose another tool or until you switch to the default selection mode. For example, if you start the Text tool, you can keep adding text objects until you select another tool or switch to the selection mode. At the bottom right area, you can see and edit the colors that are currently being used in the design. Right-click on any color to edit it. Once you are satisfied with the edit, click on Apply to confirm the change. Using this plus sign, you can add colors to the available ones. Select any color and click on Add Color to add it to the toolbar. Now you can easily use the newly added colors. The Sequence Manager provides a graphical representation of the embroidery sequence. It also allows you to take control of the sewing sequence of your design. On the Properties bar, if nothing is selected, you may select the stitch type for the object you are about to create. For example, this ellipse will be filled with step if you select Step, and if you select Satin Serial, it will have Satin Serial on its outline only. You may also create a satin part by adding pairs of nodes. Now, when you have something selected, you can edit its stitch type and properties. For example, change the sail into piping, change the star outline into satin serial, or change any property for the selected object. Notice that the objects can have only fill or only outline. So if you have this fill object selected and you select an outline type, the fill is removed and the object becomes an outline. That's it for now. You can find more details about each tool into separate videos.